Your customers already subscribe to Netflix, they already subscribe to Spotify, they pay monthly for Beauty Box, Wine Club, coffee delivery, and a gym they barely visit. They have already decided that paying regularly for something they value is completely normal. So here is the question I want you to sit with at the beginning of this video. Why have they not yet subscribed to your shop? Because if you can get just 20 of your best customers onto a monthly subscription, you have just created predictable recurring revenue that lands into your account every single month. Regardless of footfall, regardless of the weather, regardless of whether the high street is having a good week or a bad one. And in the current climate, with costs rising and margins being squeezed from every direction, that kind of financial certainty is not just nice to have, it's a complete game changer for your retail business. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make a retail subscription work for your independent store, the 3 models that work best for most independent shops, the mistakes that cause most subscription attempts to fail, and how to launch yours without overcomplicating it. Stay with me because this might just be the most practical revenue idea I have ever put on this channel. And as always, before I get into this, drop me a comment below and tell me, have you ever thought about launching a subscription for your own shop? Have you already tried one? How has it gone for you? Either way, I want to know because I read every comment and your experience shapes the videos that I create. And if you're new here and run an independent boutique or retail business, hit subscribe. I post videos like this every single week. And right now, these ideas could change the shape of your revenue for your business. So here is what I found why most store owners have never launched a subscription and why that hesitation is costing them so much. Because the moment I mention subscriptions to independent store owners, I usually see one of 2 reactions. Either their eyes light up because they've been thinking about it but just don't quite know how to make it work. Or they immediately say something like, "It's not really for shops like mine, is it?" I want to address that second response directly because it's based on a misunderstanding of what a retail subscription actually is and what it can do for your store. Now, a retail subscription shouldn't be some complicated tech project. It's not a fulfillment operation that requires a warehouse, and it's not something that only works for big brands with marketing teams. It's a simple, structured way of giving your best customers a reason to commit to spending with your store regularly in exchange for something that they really value. Now, the subscription economy has been growing for years. Customers are getting comfortable with the model. They understand it, they use it every day in multiple areas of their life. The only reason they are not subscribing to your shop right now is that you probably haven't asked them to. Now, I just want to mention something quickly before I carry on. I've got a course, it's called Boost Your Retail Sales in 30 Days, and I have launched a dedicated bonus lesson inside this that specifically shows you how to create a simple retail subscription. Everything I cover in this video goes further in that lesson with a step-by-step framework that you can follow. I'll drop the link below this video so you can check it out. But first, let me show you exactly how to make this work. Model number 1, the monthly curated product box. Now, this is the model that most people think of when they hear retail subscriptions. And for good reason, because when it's done well, it is super powerful. When it's done badly, it becomes a logistical nightmare that eats away your margins. So let me show you the difference. A curated box model works like this. Customers pay a monthly fee, and in return, they receive a curated selection of products chosen by you. The magic of this model is not in the products themselves, it's in the curation. It's the fact that somebody who knows and understands them has done the choosing for them. And I want you to think about what this means for your customers. They trust your taste. That is why they shop with you in the first place. A curated box is essentially you saying, I have chosen things specifically for people like you. People with your taste, your lifestyle, your values. Let me do that for you every single month. I work with a store owner. I call her Jo, who ran a gift and lifestyle shop. She had loyal customers, but revenue was unpredictable, and she was exhausted by the typical feast and famine cycle of peak periods followed by brutally quiet months. I helped Jo launch a monthly curated box. She capped it initially at 30 subscribers, so it was more manageable for her so she didn't get overwhelmed by it. Each box contained 3 to 5 products chosen from her shop that month. It was presented beautifully, it had a handwritten card explaining why she had chosen each one. Within 6 weeks, she had 22 subscribers. That made her £850 of guaranteed revenue every single month, before she had even opened the door, turned on a light, or served a single walk-in customer. And because she was buying the box products as part of her regular stock orders, her buying became more strategic, and her dead stock problem almost disappeared overnight. Now, here is what makes the curated box model work and what makes it fail. It works when the curation feels like it's personal and thoughtful. When customers feel like every box was chosen by someone who gets them, the handwritten card Jo included wasn't just a nice touch, it was a critical part of why customers stayed subscribed. It made the box feel like a gift from a friend rather than a package from a warehouse. It fails when the products feel like you're just handing over leftovers. If subscribers start to suspect that they're getting things you just couldn't sell any other way, they will cancel. The box has to feel like the best of what you offer, not just the remainder of what you have. It also fails when the logistics are not thought through properly in advance. Before you launch, you need to know your cut-off date for orders, know exactly how you're collecting payments, how you're handling subscribers who want to pause or cancel. These things sound boring to begin with, but getting them wrong creates customer service problems that will drain your time and damage your reputation. Model number 2, the VIP membership with perks and early access. Now, this model is less about physical products and more about status, access, and belonging. Now, the right store with the right customers, this is arguably even more powerful than the box model before, because the margins are better and the emotional connection is much deeper. So here's how it works. Customers pay a monthly or annual fee to become a VIP member of your shop. In return, they receive a structured set of benefits that make being a member genuinely valuable. Now, those benefits might include early access to new stock before it goes on the shop floor, a standing discount on full price purchases, invitations to exclusive in-store events, a birthday gift or surprise, first refusal on limited or one-off pieces, access to private social media group where you share behind the scenes content and take requests for what to stock. The key here is that the benefits have to feel genuinely exclusive. If a non-member can easily get the same thing, that membership has no value. The word your members need to feel is insider. They are inside something. They have access to something that other customers simply do not. That feeling when you create it properly is extraordinarily sticky, and customers tend to stay for a very long time. Now, Jo tried a version of this alongside her box after her first few successful months. Her members got early access to new deliveries every month. They got a small birthday gift and invitations to 2 exclusive after-hours shopping events per year, where they could shop a new season before anyone else with a glass of something nice. The after-hour evenings in particular became something her members talked about. They were not just shopping events, they were social occasions too. Customers bought friends. Some of those friends became members. The membership paid for itself in the events alone and then generated additional revenue on top through the increased spending from customers who felt valued enough to spend more freely. The VIP membership model works particularly well if your customer base is already loyal, but not necessarily buying as often as they could. It gives them a reason and a structure to stay connected to your shop month after month. and during periods when they might not have been planning to spend. Model 3, replenishment subscriptions. Now, this third model is the one that most independent store owners completely overlook, and yet for the right shop, it's the simplest and most reliable of the three. So, if you sell anything that gets used up and needs replacing, you have an opportunity to offer a replenishment subscription. From candles to skincare, diffusers, teas, coffees, greeting cards, pet treats, stationery, cleaning products, literally anything a customer buys once and then needs to buy again and again. I'll be honest with you, I am a member to many of these subscription models because it makes my life so much easier. Now, the replenishment model works like this. A customer buys a product they love. At the point of purchase or shortly afterwards, you can offer them the option to receive that product automatically every month or every 6 weeks or whatever makes sense to them. It can be delivered to their door or ready to collect in store. This model requires the least creativity of the three because the customer has already told you what they want buying in the first place. You are simply removing the friction of them having to remember to come back and buy it again from you. The in-store collection version of this is particularly powerful for independent stores because it drives regular footfall. A customer who comes in every month to collect their subscription order is a customer who is in your shop every month. And every time they're in your shop, they'll see new stock, have a conversation with your team, and spend more than they came in to spend. That subscription becomes a footfall driver, not just a revenue line. Now, if you want the full step-by-step framework for turning browsers into buyers and increasing your average spend per customer, that's exactly what I show you inside Boost Your Retail Sales in 30 days. Plus, I go even deeper on how to create a subscription service for your store in one of the extra bonuses I have included alongside it. The link is in the description below so you can get started today. And if you're finding this useful, a like on this video will help me to reach more store owners who need these ideas right now. It takes 1 second and it will make a massive difference and put a smile on my face. So, how to launch. This is the starting framework that makes it super simple. I want to give you a practical framework for actually getting started because the enemy of a good subscription is overthinking it into not starting. Step 1, I want you to choose one model only to start with. Pick the model that fits your product range and your customers most naturally and focus entirely on that. Step 2, I want you to set a founding member cap. Offer your subscription first to your best existing customers at a founding member price, typically 10 to 15% lower than your planned regular price. And I want you to cap it because scarcity makes people act. A founding member offer with a deadline and a cap will convert far better than an open-ended launch. Step 3, I want you to make it personal. Email or message your best customers directly. Not a mass mail out. Make it personal to your best customers first. Step 4, keep the tech simple. You do not need a sophisticated platform to start. A simple payment link, a spreadsheet, and a reminder in your calendar is enough to prove the concept with your first 20 subscribers. Build the system once you know it works, not before. Step 5, I want you to review it after 3 months. I want you to look at your retention rate. How many of your founding members are still subscribed after 90 days? If it's above 70%, you have something worth scaling. If it's lower, we need you to talk to the customers who have cancelled to find out exactly what it is that you need to fix. And now here is the mistake I see store owners make when they attempt a subscription. And it's the one that causes most of them to give up before they've even given it a real chance. They launch to everybody at once. They announce it on social media, they put it on their website, they send it to their whole email list if they've got one, and then they wait for the signups to come rolling in. And when the signups trickle in slowly, rather than flooding in all at once, they decide the idea doesn't work and they abandon it. And here is why that approach almost always underperforms. A subscription requires trust. It requires a customer to commit to a recurring payment, which is fundamentally a different decision to a one-off purchase. And trust is not built through a social media post to people who follow you but have never bought from you. Trust is built through existing relationships. So your best subscribers and the ones who will stay subscribed for the longest and tell their friends about you, almost always your existing loyal customers. The people who already know you, already trust your taste, already have had a positive emotional connection to your shop. These are the people who you should be talking to first, personally, before you announce anything publicly. The store owners I have seen launch subscriptions successfully almost always follow the same pattern, where they start with a founding member phase, where they personally invite between 15 and 30 of their best customers. Those customers become advocates, they talk about it, they share about it. By the time the subscription is announced publicly, it already has momentum, social proof, and a waiting list. Now that changes everything about how new customers will perceive it. So launch small, launch personal, and then go wide once it is working. So let's bring all of this together. Your customers are already paying monthly for the things they value. The question has never been whether they would subscribe to something from your shop. The question was whether you have given them something worth subscribing to and asked them clearly enough. The three models we have covered today are the curated product box, the VIP membership, and the replenishment subscription. Each give you a different way to build predictable recurring revenue from the customers you already have. And in a retail environment where footfall is unpredictable and costs keep rising, predictable revenue is worth an enormous amount. Now inside Boost Your Retail Sales in 30 days, I will show you how to turn more browsers into buyers and how to increase your average order spend. Plus, I've included a dedicated bonus lesson specifically on how to create a simple retail subscription for your shop. That lesson alone could pay for the course many times over. Go and check it out in the link below this video. And if this video was useful, please subscribe to the channel. I post videos like this every single week for independent store owners who want to build a more profitable business, not just a busier one. I hope you have a great day.